Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I am so glad you're here, you guys. Today we are talking rebrands. That's right. I have been wanting to work on a video like this, but it proved so big and so daunting. We are going to make it into a series. First of all, a huge thank you to everybody who helped answer my call, all the times that Hank and Skank have done rebrands that you can think of, because it's daunting. There's so many times. So many of you have replied in the comments, have helped with this video. My most sincere thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. Special shout out to @AnnaFife9094. You know what you did. You spent so much time typing all this up for me and really helping keep things straight. And to that, I say thank you to all of you who replied. I say thank you to all of you who added in additional context and information. I say a sincere thank you. All right, let's jump into this. This video, I'm specifically focused on Meghan with Harry from the time they got together in 2016 until the time they got engaged, about that time. That's what I'm going to be talking about because lots of stuff happened during that time. I am going to make a separate video with the weirdness rebranding from the time she was married to Trevor to dating Corey, perhaps overlapping with Harry, the rebranding with her family, all of that. Look for that. Again, I'm going to do this in several parts, but today I'm going to be focusing around 2016 when she started dating Harry. Let's get into this. All right, word of warning, lots of look at me's ahead. So starting with Harry's secret girlfriend. So remember, they started dating in 2016. And there's actually some discrepancies in their stories. Imagine that if it was May or July. They're on record as saying July, but we can kind of go back to even May where she was wearing this H&M necklace and dropping hints that they were dating. There were photographs about this. And the reason that that's interesting to me is because wasn't she with Corey? There's a lot of overlap. Yeah. All right. So, 2016, this, I guess at this point, it's still another rebrand, but this rebrand was Harry's secret girlfriend. So, remember, she had the tag. She was posting things on Instagram. If you look, he was wearing these stupid bracelets. She had matching bracelets. To me, just on retrospect, again, with this Harry's secret girlfriend, look at me. Everything pointed to it. Look at things like this. This was one of her posts. She's wearing the secret bracelets, not so secret, that match Harry's. She's got flowers. It's very much a look at my jewelry that she likes to do, and we'll see more of that coming up. She even posted this picture right here. Again, you got the, look, I'm traveling. Am I going to see my secret boyfriend? Not so secret. Look at my matching bracelets. Look at me. Always. Oh, nothing is subtle. It's supposed to be an actress. Terrible acting. I don't know. It's just all so silly. All right. Then we move into the next rebrand. Harry's exposed girlfriend. Public boyfriend, look at me. So this was the night before they were exposed. And by exposed, I mean, here's my opinion. And it's just my opinion, my theory, my thoughts, right? But my opinion is she leaked these photos on purpose, right? I mean, it's her and Harry. Eugenie's in the picture. Eugenie's future husband, then boyfriend, Jack, is in the pictures. She knew what she had. She leaked them because she has every incentive to. That put her more in the press. It catapulted their relationship. It could play on Harry's fears of the press, supposed fears of the press. That's a whole nother video. But you know what I'm saying? His stress about the press. And then we started getting things like this. And it became not so secret girlfriend rebranding. And then it was, you guys, this picture, walking back and forth. That's supposedly, we talked about this in another video, walking back and forth in front of the press to make sure they got her picture, carrying a big obvious bag to make sure they got her picture as she went into Kensington to visit Harry. So it was from secret girlfriend to not so secret girlfriend to she's harassed, which leads us into Harry's harassed girlfriend. Don't forget to look at me. So this is when we saw the rebrand as, oh, poor thing. She can't catch a break. There's a wave of the word that YouTube doesn't like against Meghan Markle. And then, so this would have been about November 2016. She became the poor harassed victims. Again, a rebrand to this poor harassed girl that couldn't do anything. And Harry's putting out these statements where we've discussed this at length and how unusual this was, that he put out this statement claiming she had been harassed and that he feels helpless and powerless to be able to help her. It's just so crazy. It's so silly. It makes it more interesting now to me to go back, because think about how we know Meghan and Harry now and the way that they do these tricks, and they use the press, and then they claim to be victims all the time. So at this point, again, rebranding herself as the victim, it was a lot of, I couldn't go out in peace. I had to call the police to the house so many times, remember? Because she knew that it would play on Harry's fears. That, he's... Whatever your opinion there, I think he's just got it all wrong on the Diana situation, blaming the press. But then again, he still uses the press to this day to leak out any information he wants. It's just, how dare anybody else do that to him? I think Meghan knows, she knows this, and she uses this, and it escalated or whatever, fast-tracked their relationship, which was everything that she wanted. And again, we saw from this time, she went from, oh, I'm Harry's secret girlfriend, to, oh, I'm being harassed. The press won't leave me alone. And we saw this whole push of, I do yoga. Namaste. Look at me. It really was. It's, if you look back at this time frame, again, we're in around November 2016 all the way through early 2017, lots of walking around Toronto like this. So many look at me pictures, so many yoga, so much Olive. I'm seeing that and thinking about now how we're seeing, again, Olive coming back. But so many forlorn yoga pics, but still looking at the camera. I find that funny too. So again, this was her yoga, look at me rebrand. I'm the princess girlfriend, look at me, take pictures of me. She was calling the press on herself, right? Press has stepped forward since and said, yes, she absolutely staged a lot of these photos, which I find very funny. But yeah, I'm very busy and important. I'm in a show and I'm dating a prince, look at me. Okay, but then the flowers thing started happening. Lots of photos of her showing up with flowers. Well, the funny thing about this was, again, she was wearing this ring that had an H on it, hoping that people would talk about, oh, she's wearing a ring. Does this mean something? Is this something? And then I'll zoom in and show you the big fat H on it. So much for the secret relationship, right? So much for wanting privacy, outstaging photos with flowers and a big ol' and happening to hold that H ring right up for the cameras to see. But again, this has to do with her rebrand as a victim around this time. This is when we saw it more. Harry had put out that stupid statement, and then she's since gone back and complained how the Toronto police were ignoring her request for protection and all this, and how she's the big old victim and they were stalking her and all that stuff. Right, then we get up to like September of 2017 when we got the look at us. The Invictus, right? I wear ripped jeans. I'm down to earth. I'm California cool. We go to Invictus and wear shades and giggle and whisper at each other. Look at us. I'm just a down to earth girl and my prince here. It's just so over the top. And again, this rebrand really cracks me up because this is when she was wearing ripped jeans. Now it's like $100,000 worth of things in like 24-hour appearance. It's so silly. It's just so silly. Remember, guys, she's so down to earth. She wore ripped jeans to meet Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, here's where they rebranded themselves as Invictus down to earth. Look at us. And then we get into the wild about Harry time when we got the Vanity Fair article, which she's since gone back and said she was so mad about how this turned out. No, it's because she got in trouble with the palace for being so overt and over the top in this interview, is my opinion. Okay, so then we got the rebrand. We're engaged. Look at us. So this was about November 2017 when we saw, to me, just the most over-the-top fake, I didn't even really clock it at the time. I thought it was weird, but I didn't pay super close attention. But now going back, watching the interview, looking at these photos, knowing everything I know about how much was spent, how how many look at me moments we got through this. And now, since she's gone back and rewritten history and said it was an orchestrated reality show, something like that, she called it. And that's why she made up that story about getting married 3 days before. I can't even say that's why, because I can't make sense of why she said that. And I still think about that quite a bit. But here's the rebrand to, we're engaged. Look at us. And we got over-the-top outfits, over-the-top interviews, and I don't know what. Pretending to be easygoing, but mask slipping during this interview. I mean, it's just, again, it's funny with the benefit of hindsight, knowing what we know now, and to look back at the pretending here. Like, who is this? Oh, we even got a rebranding of the ring. Remember in the interview, it's like, he designed it, and I love it. And then she, soon after, went back and rebranded that ring, added more diamonds to it, as she would. Then we started getting, look at me, look at my diamond, it continues on from there. So I'm going to leave this here. We are going to pick up the next one because there's so much once they get married and even through like the wedding itself that I want to talk about. We have so much to go into with immediately acting like an ass. She was acting like an ass before the wedding, but especially after the wedding. This is the first event after the wedding. Being asked to leave, sticking your tongue out, saying loudly, I'm bored, that sort of thing. All the tongue moments. We're going to get into all that because I feel like that was a major rebrand. Like, I'm so down to earth and cool and not like what she calls them stuffy. I'm not saying they are, but she calls them stuffy. And she's out there with her tongue hanging out of her head. So I don't know. So much to talk about. That was a rebrand there, and so much more to get into. So I'm going to end this one here at the engagement, and we'll pick up with the wedding and everything that immediately followed and talk about the rebrands, including my wife does voiceovers, right? Oh, so much to get into. I'm enjoying this so much. I'm enjoying this walk back down memory lane. And if there's a rebrand I forgot within this time frame, please let me know in the comments. Again, I understand that there's a lot going on before she met Dum Dum. And of course, so I'll do a separate one on that. And then I really want to get into the time frame right after this when they got engaged and married and all the ridiculousness that happened after that. But guys, thank you for all the help on this. Thank you for jogging my memory on so many of these things. Thank you for all your contributions and your support. I appreciate it so much. I cannot wait to bring you more in this series. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Take care. Leave me comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.